Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori. If you're new here, today is oh so gorgeous. The kids are out playing on the bouncy house, the baby is sleeping, and today I decided to get my raised garden bed set up. This is the new planter box system from Garvee, and it does have an arch trellis that I'm going to set up as well. I'm super excited to get this set up. It is going to take me right around 15 to 20 minutes because this is Tori from the future, and I loved how easy everything was. The instructions were very clear and very well thought out, easy to read, and it just has a lot of parts. So at first I was overwhelming, and then I put it together and it was pretty easy. This is a rather large garden box, and I'm super excited that it is rust resistant and it is going to be amazing for different vegetables and herbs that I plan to have in here. I am showing you the first part here. It does have two panels, and eventually I did have to move inside because it got a little chilly and windy. It does have two panels, and I suggest, because the two panels overlap, taking the screw out of the top portion there where they meet and then screwing them together, because you are going to want to share that center hole. That is just a tip and trick that I thought of before the instructions were given. But I'd like to thank Garvee for sponsoring today's video. I'm going to show you a few days in the life, or a few weeks, and show you where I plan to put this and what I plan to do with this beautiful garden box. All right, my friends, we are outside with a very noisy turkey and duck crew, but I got the garden box put together and now I've brought it outside. As you can see, it is quite sizable. I'm very excited to just use this to take over a space that I was unsure of. I just really didn't know what to do with, and a space that does get a lot of sun. So we have some garden boxes here, obviously, and then I did a double stack of these two because if you are on the other channel, you know that from this line out, I plan to make a fenced-in area for the turkey and the chickens and ducks to roam around. Currently, it looks like a mess because we had that fox attack, and I did everything I could to stack up against a space that I thought he was getting into. So anyways, there's that. And then when the wind took down this area, this looks like crap out here, I'm sorry. When the wind took down this area, it took down that greenhouse, and it finagled with the screws so much that I am not able to even screw this apart. So I'm working with different metal cutting to just cut these into tiny pieces so I can just get rid of this thing at this point. Maybe I'll use it for something, I'm not sure. And then the bricks came with the house. So I'd like to stack them, maybe use them for an outdoor like patio area at some point, but I don't want to use them in the garden this year because I promised my husband I would only use them for a year. So that is the goal, to replace some of these garden boxes here with the bricks with other things like the wood. I do like the double stack. This is super inexpensive. These are just fence posts right here. So this was built for under $16, which is great. All I have to do is just reinforce the corners. And then the goal is to have that garden box take over this area. So really the garden for me should have kind of stopped at this line, but I had the opportunity to push it to here. So yeah, I'm going to move things from here all the way over here, and then this large box will go right here because it comes with that arch trellis. So we're going to do a before and after. I don't need to show you me moving it because I don't know, because I look silly doing it. So I'm just going to get these bricks out and I will show you the after. Alrighty, the bricks are moved and it's set up right here. I'm not sure if I want it there permanently. I don't know yet. I have to just like work with it for a day. The only flaw to this plan, I mean, it's going to look beautiful. Just imagine the plants trellised up. Gorgeous. So yeah, the only flaw of the plan is I can't see these plants. I don't know if that's terrible, but I mean, the whole goal of the yard was to trellis it down. So I'm wondering if this should go here and then these two should go up, but that would mean that this large vessel is at a huge slant where these are more lighter and you know, they can take the slant. So for now I'm going to keep it here. We will see what the husband says. Let's see it from the hill standpoint. Oh yeah, I think it looks really nice from that area. I guess another issue would be being able, we don't really sit underneath this deck here, so maybe that isn't an issue, like having like sunflowers pop out and not being able to see. I'm not going to put sunflowers on that one, but I don't know. I'm brainstorming. What are your thoughts? I don't want the garden bed against the chickens. I've had chickens, I've had ducks before. They eat the plants, so I don't really want the garden next to them at all. So, I don't know. What, Gomez? Have we made you angry for the day? We will see. Sorry, brainstorming out loud, but I think this will work. I'm just not sure if I want it here or not. We'll see. So next up was to put together this 7.5-foot arch trellis. It is made of a very durable metal. If you know, PA right now has been getting insane winds and it has stood the test of time. I love how versatile this arch trellis is. It's going to be beautiful for pictures. It was very easy to put together. You didn't need any tools. As you can see, my husband and my 7-year-old son are putting this together and we right now have it on top of the large garden box that I put together, but I plan to put it in between, and I will show you a picture of what I mean right here. I'm just zooming in so you can see how to put these connectors on. He's just showing my son how to do it. Again, I love that they work together, and I love that they'll remember putting this together, and they'll also see later in the fall season all of our pumpkins trellised on here. I think this is so strong. Its only place is for our pumpkins. If you've been following along for a while, you know that we love growing pumpkins, and we recently decided to grow vertically a few years back, and now we can't go back. So this is just perfect. It does come with a green net, and I will show that in some later videos, but I've just kept it out of the elements because there has been snow, there has been rain, and it's just been a strange season to say the least. So as you can see here, it is stuck up. It does have some points on the bottom, so you can just press it into the ground, and I plan to use this as a walkway. So I'm going to put plants around it, and it will be the large walkway in the middle of our garden. I think it's just a great center staple piece, and again, I can't wait to put some vining plants on top of there. And I really think cucumbers would look pretty in here, wisteria if you're going to go for the flowers. Honestly, there are so many possibilities with this, and I can't wait to show you what we plan to do with this setup. So I have started quite a few seeds indoors, and I like to do it in a variety of ways. The kids and I love saving the eggshells and putting it into egg cartons, and we use our homemade seed starting mix. So we just take topsoil and we sift it through fencing just so we get all the clumps out. We add vermiculite, we add worm castings and some perlite, and really just go from there. Just say a prayer and hope that it works. But honestly, starting off with a nutrient-rich seed start is a good thing for us, at least. And then we try and go for an open window or sunny days. If we are winter sowing, we will take that and put that in milk jugs and just set it on the inside of one of those stronger garden boxes like the one I put together today. And that way it stays out of the elements, it stays watered, and it gets natural light. I try and avoid grow lights as much as I possibly can, but that's not always the case. So as you can see, we've started a variety of items here. We're in zone 5B, so you have to look up what you should start now, but I have found the gardening books that I always link to be the most helpful, but you could use the Farmer's Almanac, and honestly, they are the best hands down. So whatever you want to use, and it's free to look up. I put some of the larger grows in some bigger bins here, and I do really love starting seeds in hydroponic setups as well, and I find that a lot of my medicinal herbs do well in that setup. So if you want to see more videos like that about seeds seed starting and gardening and all the fun things to get your hands dirty, let me know. I'd love to film it. It's definitely a hobby of mine, and I love to share the information. So thanks again to Garvee for partnering with me in today's video. I really hope you check out their garden boxes and all of their amazing products to get your hands dirty in the summertime. I hope you're doing well wherever you are, and I can't wait to see you next time. I can't wait to show you what this garden will produce with some of these garden boxes that I've been putting together. It's just amazing, and it's really nice to have a durable setup. I'm going to catch you on the next one. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll see you soon. Bye.